We have fallen in love with this man and how he lives life. He's got a mantra. It is #AttackLife. He cage dives with sharks. He goes in sinkholes in the Yucatan. He scuba dives between and beneath Antarctic ice sheets. He wrangles cattle on his ranch. He hikes for 10 days in the mountains. He bungee jumps in New Zealand. He hangs with presidents. He dines with bin Laden's sniper. And he flies his own helicopter.
One of the questions on this sheet that we have is to ask Greg Norman if he was nervous about the body photo shoot. Nervous?
Greg,
he couldn't take his robe off quick enough.
That is correct. That is correct. We all agree on that. Greg Norman joins us now. You can see him in The Body Issue, and he's smoking, baby. He looks good, and he knows it.
Baby.
And so what is the answer to that question, Greg? And thank you for making time for us. The answer to that question is, were you nervous or could you not take that robe off fast enough?
Well, I'll answer the first part. I do all the things you say I love to do naked. So.
He did everything I just described. Cage diving with sharks, dining with bin Laden's sniper.
The great nude shark.
Yeah. As for being nervous, no. If you're not comfortable in your own skin, then don't even think about doing that. It was a great honor for me to be asked by ESPN to do The Body Issue. Never anticipated it. So at the end of the day, when they could put the call in, or I got the message from my director of communication, Jay McNeil, I thought, why not? I feel comfortable. I walk around my house naked all the time. I have no, inhibitions or anything like that. And so to me, that robe came off very, very easily.
So is that a universal truth with you? You have no inhibitions? Greg Norman has no inhibitions.
Well, I don't think I do. I feel very comfortable in my own skin. And at the end of the day, if, like I said, if you're not, then don't do it. And, it was actually more of a fun shoot than I anticipated. The whole production crew was fantastic. The whole, the producer and the type of photographs they were trying to produce, and to see the other photographs that nobody's really seen yet that are sitting in somebody's room were just absolutely phenomenal as well. So it would have been a hard one for them to choose by.
And when you saw the magazine, and I don't know whether you bought dozens or didn't buy any because your life is like this all the time, but when you bought the magazine, who did you look at and say, yep, and they also look good? Like that person surprised me. They don't look as good as I do because I'm the great white shark and I'm great in every way, but that person also had it going on.
Well, I thought Jerry Rice had it going on because, when you get to a certain age, it's hard to maintain a body like these 22, 23, 25-year-olds that were in the Body 10 issue. So when you look at somebody like Jerry and maybe myself, I'm a little bit older than Jerry, you go, holy bleep, at the end of the day, for him to be the way he is at his age, it takes a lot of effort and takes a lot of discipline. And so I respected him from being a phenomenal physical specimen on the football field to where he is today. And he actually admitted that, he feels fitter today than where he was on the, back playing for the NFL. And no different than I am. I feel like I'm fitter and stronger today than when I was number one player in the world.
When you were doing that photo shoot, Greg, was that your first time nude in front of a fairly large group of people, or was that something that you've done plenty of times?
How often, Greg Norman, are you just hunting nude in front of many people?
Hey, I don't know.
How many orgies have you been involved in? What kind of question is that?
Orgies aren't illegal, to my knowledge. Just curious.
No,
He attacks life, this guy.
That was the first time ever, and I seek the advice of a couple of experts out there who know the modeling world and the photography world, and they just said, look, when you get in front of the camera, you just got to look down the lens and pretend there's nobody else around. But, ESPN production crew, they were fantastic about, screening things and hiding things off the best they could. But at the end of the day, there was a couple of interesting shots, like when I was making a full swing with the driver, bare ass naked. There's two swings happening in one. So that would have been an interesting sequence of a shot.
Perfect. Okay, so I guess that's the answer to our question. There's no sock involved. You're saying there's no sock.
We were thinking about how to answer that question,
We were
Greg.
trying to figure out, you were wearing a penis sock, right? But the answer is no.
Absolutely not. No. It was like I was bare as I came out of my mother's womb.
Were you offered anything, or
did you decline the offer?
Please say yes.
Would you like something? Did you say no, thank you? I won't be needing that 18-inch penis sock of yours.
And by the way, guys, what is a penis sock? I've never heard of that.
Well, Terry Bradshaw told us the story in Failure to Launch, the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, that he had to do a nude scene, and they gave him 3 choices on a penis sock because they didn't want him doing it in front of everybody the way that you were totally nude.
Oh, my gosh. No, I don't believe in that. If you're going to do something nude, you better be 100% nude.
That's right. There you go.
That's a great philosophy, baby.
It really is. And, Greg, how will this work? Because I imagine you're going to get these pictures. You'll frame them and hang them in your house, right?
Yes, of course it will. You know, why not? I mean, at the end of the day, it's only, well, the whole world has seen them now, so it really doesn't matter whether I have them in my bathroom or in my office or wherever I have them. But, you know, guys, quite honestly, you know, when you look back on it, it was a unique experience. I'm glad I did it, quite honestly. And the response I've had the response I've had on a global basis has been overwhelmingly positive. So it was a good thing to do.
Greg, we find you fascinating. What happened, Mike? Hold on just a second, Greg.
Guess who scored for Peru?
Who scored for Peru?
Paulo Guerrero!
Hold on a second. Let's do it. No, the other chant. Finland. Iceland.
Finn Bogensen!
All right, let's not waste any more of Greg Norman's time. We just promised you that. Among the things that you've done, Greg Norman, because you're a Renaissance man, sinkholes in the Yucatan, cage diving with sharks, when's the last time that Greg Norman was legitimately scared doing one of these things and had trouble conquering the fear in a way that surprised him?
The most unique thing I'm trying to do right now is a mountain lion hunt where you actually climb the tree and you grab a mountain lion by a tail and see what the reaction is. That's the most fascinating thing. I've gotten close to it, but you know, when you get urinated on by the lion because they're so nervous, it's actually you're really up close, personal with nature. So that's my next one where I can really conquer that one. Is going to be an interesting one. So. Yeah, that's probably on my January list for 2019.
What else? What else is in the Google Calendar? Like,
I would love to have access to your calendar.
What else is in there? Can we go over your calendar in the next segment? Like, I want to. What do you mean? Grab a lion by the tail? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, look, out of my ranch in Colorado, we have a lot of mountain lions, and I really do enjoy. Chasing them through the mountains, and one of the art is put them up a tree, get them cornered in a tree, and then you actually climb the tree and see if you can actually grab them by the tail, grab a wild animal by the tail. So it's a challenge.
So much,
it's
man.
a challenge.
I love him. Hashtag attack life.
You do that nude, of course.
Of course, he does it nude.
No.
That's why the lion was nervous.
Are you nude right now, Greg?
Of course, I just have a pair of sneakers on walking around.
Nice.
Boy.
ESPN The Body Issue. We love this guy for a lot of reasons. Do you have many cheat days? Do you do very many eating cheat days?
Not really, no. I mean, sometimes I spoil myself a little bag of Cheetos or something like that, but no, I'm actually pretty disciplined.
Who is the golfer that you would most like to see in The Body Issue? The one guy throughout history. Is it the Walrus? Is it Daly? The one guy that would make you laugh in the is it Mickelson? It might be Mickelson.
I
think. In the Body Issue.
Oh gosh, I don't know. There's I don't know. I think Rory McIlroy is probably a bit of a stud underneath. I tell you, I got it. It'll be a push up between DJ, Dustin Johnson, and Brooks Koepka. I think Brooks Koepka and DJ are probably the two most athletic-looking golfers I see today. So either one of those two.
High compliment.
But Mickelson is definitely the guy you would least want to see.
That's what I was. That's the way I was angling toward the Walrus and Daly and Mickelson. I thought that'd be funny. Greg, we love talking to you. Thank you for always making time for us. We always enjoy it.
Well, thank you guys. Anytime, just give me a holler.
All right.